Hello out there, ladies and gentlemen. This video is going to be on the Creality Cr-10 review. This is my very first printer. I decided to go with this because of some of the features that were on here. Before this, I was looking at multiple other printers out there, such as the Attn A8, the Mini Mono Price, but with the Net A8, I realized that it's all made out of acrylic, and some of the YouTube videos out there were telling me that it takes about 8 to 10 hours as far as assembly. I quickly changed my mind and said, screw that, I'm not going to go with something that takes that long to build, especially if I have no idea what I'm doing, because this is my very first 3D printer ever. Like most of you, the reason you're probably watching this video or thinking about buying this printer is because some of the features on here that you've looked at or read about is very compelling, and I'm just here to help you out, give you some information so you can make up your mind. Most of you are where I was about a month and a half ago, doing your research, looking at what to get and which direction you should go with. The reason I went with this printer is because of the small to large scale prints that you can do. I see it as a long-term investment. I went over only by $200 on this one because my original budget was, like I said, around $200 to $300, and I paid $450 shipping, tax, everything straight to my door for that. And I also got it in I believe 7 days, which is like Amazon type delivery without the Prime membership, so I can't complain about that. This way I don't see myself upgrading anytime soon. This printer does basically, can print anything I want. I don't have to print it in pieces. I can print one solid piece if I wanted to. And that was one of the main goals that I had, which would make it less work for me down the line. So I know you've seen other videos on YouTube, and that's why you're probably watching this video, is because you want to just know a few things about it. I'm probably going to go over some of the same stuff, but I'll try to tell you a few new things that I haven't seen on the reviews when I was looking to purchase it. So if you're not sure about this, let me help you out. Now keep in mind, everything I'm going to tell you is going to be my opinion only. I am not one of these big YouTubers that gets funded or anything like that. I paid for everything that you see here. Again, this is just my opinion, and you can take it however you want and then make up your mind from there. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the packaging. When this thing came in, it came in a fairly large box. It wasn't that heavy. Everything was very well packaged. They did a very good job on that one. I did get an inspection letter inside because it does come from China, but I think that's normal. I don't know if everybody else who's bought this printer's gone through that or not. But this thing comes in 4 pieces, believe it or not. You got the Z-axis here. This is one piece with all the motors on it. That's packaged individually. And then this one is the base with the hotbed and the glass that comes with it as a second part packaged. The third part is the actual control box. And the fourth piece is just all the little parts that come with it, which actually aren't that many pieces. They give you a lot of spare parts. All the tools you're gonna need come with this printer. You don't have to get anything extra on it. You can just open up the box, put it together if you don't own a single tool. So that's one thing I did like about this. Also, these guys give you a roll of filament, which is PLA. It comes in white, and it's actually a large amount. A fairly decent size, actually, I should say, not a full size that you would buy like on Amazon or from somewhere else, but it's a decent size to give you maybe about 6 to 7 prints that you can do on there, which is I thought was pretty cool because when I first started, I didn't know the difference between PLA and ABS, so that kind of helped that I already knew that, hey, I have to use this because it came with it, and it is the right size, so I didn't have to do any research on it. The assembly on this is very easy. It's basically 4 bolts that go from the bottom to the top, connecting the base to the Z-axis Like I said, all the motors, everything's on there. Once you do that, you just plug in these wires right here. You don't have to slice, solder, shrink wrap, none of this stuff. It's basically plugs that you just plug in, and it's fairly simple as far as being labeled. I think they did actually they did a crappy job on the labeling, to be honest. But it's very easy to figure out if you know your z-axis, y, and x-axis. So the assembly was pretty good. I think it took me roughly around 20 minutes to put this sucker together. It was so easy, I actually took it apart for the first time and put it right back together and made a video on it to help people out. Because even though it's an easy assembly, there's still certain things, if you've never worked with this printer before, it just makes it a lot easier. So there's a video out there that I made just on the assembly on this. I go into depth and detail, so if you want to check that out, there'll be links below that you can take a look at and go from there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over some basic features on this that I've already gone over some. I'm gonna go over a little bit more for you. I've already went over the printing scale on it. I think it's amazing. It goes up to 400 and each way is 300. So that was pretty large surface print space for me. The heated bed for the price range that the printer is in is amazing. It comes with the heated bed. One thing I did like on this one also, that it does come with the glass. The only thing I would tell you about the glass itself is some people's glasses have been warped right around the middle, but I've noticed if they just take the glass and flip it upside down, it tends to fix their leveling problem when you're trying to level up the bed. But the glass itself still works. You don't have to go and order a new one. Most people just flip it and it works great. So besides that, it's a very quiet machine in my opinion. I mean, this is my first machine, so I don't know how other machines sound out there. But I mean, I'm only 20, 30 feet away watching TV, and I zone this sucker out, and I don't even notice it. So I think it's fairly quiet. The only thing you hear is the fan on it, and that's normal. Anything, computer, DVRs, anything that has a fan, you hear it. And so that, to me, that wasn't a big issue. I thought it was still fairly quiet. So far, I haven't had any issues with it. Besides the basic, it comes with the Cura slicing software. Default with it, it's actually on the USB that it comes with the mini SD card. I didn't know anything about the program, so I was having issues because there was not too many videos out there to give me a detailed instruction on how to do it. But once I figured it out, I mean, it was pretty easy. The cat that you see here is the default print that actually comes on the SD card itself. So this one, you don't have to go through the program. So you can see it's very good quality. There is no issues with it at all. So this one printed right off the SD card, and this one I actually had to put into Cura and try it out. As you can see, again, I haven't had any issues with the prints itself. The sharp edges here that you're looking at are pretty straight. The tip came out pretty good. There's no warping or layers not sticking together or anything like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've also printed this one. This is a action figure from a game that I play. People who play that game know what this is, but it's from the Destiny game. This is the Cabal. It came out pretty good. There is no issues here whatsoever. Okay. And then I printed this one, which was from the Guardians of the Galaxies. I am Groot. And as you can see, no problems whatsoever, and it is hollow. There is no infill on this one, and it's pretty sturdy. I mean, I can't break it or do anything to it. Just got to get it painted and it will be good to go. Okay, so with all of that said, now you see what kind of prints it prints out. People have told me that it is better quality than some of the higher end printers. Sorry, not higher end, but the ones that cost a little bit more. So It has a very easy to use menu on it. The control box itself, I think initially has like 6 things on the main page, and then from there you select it and it goes to another. But it was very easy to use. Being that this is my first 3D printer, I didn't know anything about menu or some of the terms or the words that they use. I didn't know what a PLA was, ABS was, none of that. This printer, by the way, prints both. It does ABS, PLA, and does actually many other type of materials, long as it is a 1.75 millimeter, and the tolerance on it is a 0.05. And just the FYI, if this is your guys' first 3D printer, when you do get the spool or filament wherever you buy from, there is a recommended temperature right on it. So I would recommend that you guys heat your bed, and when you're slicing it in the program, to put that color in there, or not color, but put the temperature in there, and that will actually make it a lot easier for you. Okay, so moving along, next I'm gonna talk about changing filament. Filament is this thing actually that you buy. I'm currently using PLA. It's very easy to feed through, very easy to take out if you need to switch it. One cool thing I like about this machine is, if let's say if I'm in the middle of a print and I get to about this high and I want to change it to a different color, all I gotta do is go into the menu, hit change filament, and it automatically kicks it out for you. So you don't have to pull or feed it or anything, or worry about it clotting or anything like that. So I thought that was kind of cool. I know you guys have probably seen other videos. That's why you're watching this videos. I hope this review has helped you out a little bit. There is just a few more things that I will tell you. Actually, just one more thing, and that's basically it. The rail system that it works on is not a bearing system, which is pretty cool, because when bearings go bad, I don't know if you've ever worked with them, you got to take it apart, change it, lubricate it, get new ones in there. This one actually works off wheels, which I thought was pretty cool, because if these ever go bad, which I don't really seeing it going bad, I think this is going to last me forever, to be honest. But all it is a nut right in the back. You unscrew it, take the wheel out, and put the new one on, and you're good to go. Besides that, the prints are great. The printer is great. My opinion on this printer is get it. I know it's a little up there for your first printer, but I see this as a long-term investment. I don't think you guys will ever need to, or actually you will never be restricted on the size that you want to print. So anything you want to print, you should be able to print on it. One more thing I will tell you is, if you need more information, join the Creality Cr-10 Facebook group. Those guys are amazing. They helped me out before I even got the printer, and they walked me through a whole bunch of stuff. Stupid questions I had, they answered for me. They were just amazing. So I would recommend joining those guys. I'll put a link below. It's up to you if you want to join or not. Their daily updates are amazing as far as information that they put out. And besides that, guys, that's about it. This printer is great, very easy to assemble, comes in great packaging, takes all kinds of filaments. The quality of the print is great. To do minor tuning as far as adjusting the belts or changing the filaments out or modifying the fans, very simple to do. I have a few videos out there if you guys would like to see what you're getting into. I have a video on assembly. It shows you from start to finish how to put this thing together. I didn't do an unboxing video because there's so many of those out there. There's not too many reviews out there. There's not too many assembly videos out there. So I did make those two. Also, to level the bed, what is the right way of doing it, in my opinion, I have a video out on that. And the software that it comes with, the Cura, I believe it's like a 1.4 version. They're up to 2.4 now. This is April 6th as of today, and that is the most up-to-date version. I have a video on that I just made last night, so you can actually see how the slicing program works. And I have a step-by-step tutorial on how to do it, because I mean I got these prints out of it, so there was pretty cool. So we have that, and any other questions you guys might have that I can help you out with, please leave it in the comment and I'll try to respond back to you. About a month and a half ago, like I said, I was in your shoes, so I can understand. There's a lot of questions that you guys have, but some people might hesitate because they think it's, well, to be honest, it might be a stupid question in your mind, but there's no such thing. Trust me, because all the questions I had, once I got on the website and all the other forums, everybody's asking the same question. So even if you think it's a stupid question, go ahead and ask, because it's better than doing hours of research to find the wrong answer, while you can just ask somebody in 5 minutes get the right answer. So leave a comment at the bottom if you have any questions. This printer is amazing. I love every minute of it. I work it like a workhorse. I haven't had any issues with it. It's great overall for the money. It's a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but I don't see myself buying another printer anytime soon. So there you go, guys. There's the Creality Cr-10 review from me to you. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helped you out.
If you like this video, give us a like and subscribe to our channel.